Hi, we are back to recap April 2023. Paul, take it away. What's happening?
Kate, NFTs. I know the world is abuzz with AI, but we are not jumping off this Web3 train just yet. Argentinian airline Flybondi is launching NFT tickets. So finally, we're seeing a real use case of where I think blockchain makes a lot of sense, and NFTs in particular. We should be able to buy and sell anything very easily, individually, peer-to-peer, one-to-one. Flybondi is now allowing their tickets to be traded as NFTs so that you can have an easy way to resell and transfer tickets. Now, this is happening with the first airline. Hopefully, it'll happen in other places. Ticketmaster last month as well, they introduced new NFTs that are related to their ticketing. It's not exactly NFT tickets yet, but it does allow fans of bands and groups to be able to buy and sell NFTs and trade them for special treats, luxuries with their favorite groups. So that ties in with early access to tickets and some other benefits that can be traded on Ticketmaster. So Web3 has not disappeared. We're not jumping off this train just yet, and it's really cool to see some of these leaders, entrepreneurs that are leading the way with how Web3 can really make a difference. So that was my top Web3 hit of April.
Absolutely, very cool.
So what about the Masters, Kate? We had a lot of chatter both within 3 Advance and elsewhere about the app for the Masters.
Yes.
How good was it? I know the golf tournament happened last month. What was that all about?
That's right. So the Masters tournament was in April. So we got to touch on the app. Even though it can only be used for a few days out of the year, it's definitely worth checking out. It's 100% free and there's no subscription required, which is super cool. And you can literally watch every shot of the tournament. And that's because Augusta National owns the app. They own the land and the streaming rights, so they basically can do whatever they want. And they wanted a really beautiful, excellent app, and that's what they gave us. So cool to see the Masters leaning into digital content and doing it very well.
I love it. It's funny, Augusta and the Masters is one of these sporting events that actually, stayed true to the nature of why people are there, to enjoy themselves and focus on the golf. The price for concessions is considerably lower than everywhere else. They actually it's like $2 or $3 hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's drinks that are reasonable, and now they have a free app that it was awesome. During the actual tournament, you could flip between, you could follow a player, you could jump to a different hole, see what's happening. It was great to see, and it's really cool that there's still innovation happening, and there's a desire to bring these apps to market, and super excited by that. And we're going to see hopefully more of this.
Yes.
Wimbledon's coming up. Maybe we'll have an app like this in Wimbledon.
Oh my gosh, I hope so. That'd be super cool. Okay, Paul, what about Amazon AI?
Okay, finally, Amazon obviously have been worried for the last few months in this year as OpenAI has blasted the world apart with their ChatGPT. Well, Amazon have released a new generative AI as a service. It's called Bedrock. We're all over AWS. We love Amazon AWS services. We use them for so much of our products, our platforms, our apps. What they've come out with is definitely not to the standard of OpenAI's ChatGPT just yet, but it is good to see another contender in the market, and they'll be improving their model. They'll be shipping it out and make it especially easy to integrate with their, with platforms and apps that are already on AWS. So cool to see. Glad they're getting on board, but I'm sure they're as worried as Google and everybody else, and they have no choice but to jump in here. Generative AI it's not just the future, it's the present, but it's affecting everyone, and Amazon know they got to jump in the game.
Very cool.
So Kate, Apple, have you got yourself an Apple Card yet?
No Apple Card for me. What about you?
I did. As soon as I saw the news last month, I was holding off the Apple Card, but then I saw the news last month. And maybe you want to fill everyone in on what that news was.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So they recently announced a savings account designed for Apple Card users. It's a high-yield savings account with a solid interest rate. And that means that it's very competitive.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, the interest rates have gone up. It's bad for spenders. It's great for savers. What's the interest rate? What is the interest rate? What is it for this new Apple account?
The interest rate is 4.15%.
Okay. All right. Nice. So get your money over there. Start saving, Kate. No more car payments.
That is actually enticing.
That's great.
Very cool. Well, I think that's it for April, Paul. It was a great month.
It was fun. Well, I can't wrap it up without giving some meanwhile at 3 Advance insights.
Yes.
Triaxle. This is one of these projects that we worked on almost the entire of 2022. It was a flagship product for us, a platform. It was a social network and a trading platform for construction groups, construction workers, construction firms across America. And this was a team out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Matt Williams and his brother Doug, they have, they had the vision they brought in here. We produced the tools, we produced the app to go live early this year. Their official launch was at Con Expo, and I think we had mentioned in What's Happening a few weeks ago that they were at Con Expo. Iris, a client of a few years ago, were over there. All the construction workers there. It was great to see our clients being represented. But I just wanted to call out to everyone, if they haven't seen this already, probably not. It's a new podcast Triaxle have released just recently. And if you've seen Matt or followed him on Instagram, he's awesome. The brand, the personality, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's true, it's real. So if you're interested, head on over to Instagram first, follow Triaxle app. If you're interested at all, two-sided marketplaces, app networks, entrepreneurs, construction space, it's all happening there. And then the new podcast that they've begun just in the last few weeks is on Spotify. It's in the usual places, and that's just search for Triaxle, you'll find it. But it's really cool to see some of our clients that are jumping in, into the marketing space, really making themselves known, doing smart things outside of the tech world to get attention, to bring people to their apps. And already, there's thousands and thousands of users have hopped on Triaxle already, even though it's been out just a short time. And already we're seeing a lot of growth, a lot of trading, a lot of excitement. And this is going to be a big one. I think 2023 is going to be a big year for Triaxle. And for me, I'm just excited to see all this happening. It's great. Great client, great project, great app. It's awesome.
Yay! That's so awesome. I love podcasts, so I definitely will check that out right away.
It's pretty cool. Make it happen.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Paul. It was an awesome month. We'll catch you guys in June.
Sounds good. See you, Kate.
Bye.